y'all? You're watching Forest Life TV, my first actual video other than them shorts I've shown y'all of previous memories. We got Swamp Life behind the camera.
What's up?
This evening I wanted to show y'all my bows. Right here we got a Carbon Express Compound Covert CHESL 180-pound drawback, 355 SPS. And over here we got a Barnett Recruit recurve. See the difference? Draw weight 150, FPS 245. Both have rev dots. Had them sitting up for a while since my last hunt, which was about last year. So they're a little bit dusty, just wipe them off. Clean the dust out the strings before we re-wax them. Just slide that in here.
How often do you re-wax them?
It varies on use. I do it after every 10 to 15 shots. Others say 5 to 7 shots, but a little bit excessive. You don't want to gunk up your cams.
And cams are these little rolly things?
Yes, they are.
Cool. So what's that called?
That's your limb. This is a recurve.
So a limb and a cam. Huh.
Yeah, I'll go into further explaining when I get them cleaned up. Hey, this is my first crossbow. My dad got it for me for Christmas years ago. Simple build, nothing fancy. Good starter bow for anybody. But over here, compound crossbow. A lot more moving parts, a lot more can go wrong, but they'll always sling a bolt faster than any recurve will. And you got aluminum reel versus, I guess, a polymer reel. I'm not sure what it's made of.
Well, looks like polymer. Kind of like a Glock.
First, we showed a little toolbox. We got extra field points, blades, wax for the strings, cables, and reel. Assortment of Allen keys. And underneath, we got a multitude of broadheads.
Oh yeah, that's the money.
This is the broadhead I used to kill that small deer skull behind me. And this one is the one I normally keep equipped on the recurve.
Okay, I just see one of those in my hand.
Extra battery.
Nasty. You said how fast is it going?
This one is 355 feet per second, and this one is 245 feet per second.
It's a bad day.
Alright. You want to start with making sure your limbs are tight. Because every time you shoot your bow, there's a whole bunch of vibrations going on. And that can rattle and loosen your bolts and potentially cause your crossbow to have a catastrophic malfunction, which is very dangerous because I've had arrows blow up in my face before because of that. But luckily it didn't mess me up too bad.
Should have worn your hard hat.
Yep. And safety glasses too. And you can see right here between the major differences in the recurve and compound, I got these bolts that holds the limbs to the frame itself fall on the recurve. It's just one piece to the stock. The dust off, tighten up your screws, your bolts, this, that, the other. You want to get your rail lube and wax.
Rail lube and wax.
Got it from Walmart. You just want to lightly coat the strings. It's called the weather got the wax frozen.
I got some chapstick in my pocket.
Nah, that won't work. It don't take much. Just enough to keep the strings moist. Because once they dry out, they start fraying and falling apart and becoming weak. And if you got this much tension on plastic strings weaved together, it's gonna probably lead to a bad time if it ever does snap on you. Which is why I always take my bows to get serviced at reputable dealers or your local Bass Pro Shop, because they have the bow press and bow tucks. You want to be sure to not over wax and not to wax your servings. Your servings are your blacks, your black right here, your strings right here. You don't want to do that, because when you go to draw the bow, your servings are going to rotate into cams, and you don't want them to become frail and weak and start splitting apart. It's also recommended to keep your rail lubricated on aluminum crossbows, because they tend to somehow get a little bit warm and hotter than might as well say plastic rail, and it could lead to further string wear and tear. You want to be sure to get all up there, but don't get any in your trigger box unless you want to take it apart and get all the gum up. And now to the recurve. A lot more simpler. Just line here, rub it in. And now before we head out, I want to show y'all this new piece of equipment. A good friend of ours gave it to us. His name's Justin.
Appreciate it, bro.
Here we are, y'all. First time my boat has ever seen the snow. I'll show you how to load them. Now you're supposed to have a hand crank or the hand ropes to pull it back with, but I don't got that. So I just rough it out and muscle up and draw it back.
What's the weight on that one?
185.
185.
And the way you want to do it is, if you're doing it by hand, you don't want to put your string in between your joints, because that's going to cut into you and hurt. You want to catch it right on your finger bones. Grab it on equal sides. Take a deep breath and just pull it. A little bit heavy. Get your beanies and weenies, y'all. Alright, y'all. That's going to be it for this video. Getting dark, getting colder. Bow's got a little bit wet. Dropped this one in the snow. And so we're going to be out of here. Stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe. I'll come up with some more stuff sooner.
Peace out.
I thought it was going to be the end of the video, but there's a wild Carolina truffle above the snow. We're going to try and get him.
Nailed him.
And that will conclude the first episode of Forest Life TV. We're going to go and get on out of here, out this snow, and back inside. Put these on.